Going through a divorce is hard. And when I meet someone, I recognize that they are not the person, I'm not meeting their true self a lot of the times. I'm likely meeting someone who is scared, who's hurt, who's confused and frightened, all rolled into one, and don't have the ability to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so that is difficult because you are working with someone through a very difficult time in their life. I enjoy that challenge. I'm also honored and humbled by that challenge because it takes a lot to trust somebody through a very intimate process, through a very difficult process. And I'm honored that someone would allow me to help them through that. So I truly take the challenge very seriously, but I also recognize that it's hard. This is a hard thing. Best part of my job are my clients. I meet great people, and while they are going through a difficult time, I'm a people person. And so I find that if we hit an impasse or we're going through a really tough spell, sometimes you just have to take a step back and focus on other things. There's always something that can make someone smile, whether it's their children or a book that they're reading or a new movie. And to me, it's important to at least have that moment, even in the midst of a very difficult conversation or meeting or court appearance. But there's always that moment to connect with someone, to remind them it's gonna be okay. So I enjoy my clients. That's the best part of my job. My approach really is, I will follow your lead. You start where you're comfortable, and then we will go from there. I think that allows clients to really get a handle on how much they want to share at the very beginning, and then we build in, and that builds a level of trust. I also recognize that sometimes people need a little help pulling things out, and so it allows for an open conversation, but it's not it's a conversation that's led by the client. And I think that's important because a lot of times this may be the first time that their story has been heard in a very long time. And everybody needs their story to be heard. And so I allow them to tell their story, and then we go from there. I have a client who, when she started with me, she had been in a long-term marriage and was married to someone who suffered from alcoholism. He was an alcoholic. And she, for many years, had been dependent on him. When she came to me, she was very scared and didn't know if she could do it on her own. We worked very closely together for years to get her through the divorce. And I will tell you, at the end of the divorce, she was thriving, she was happy, she was living her best life. And that case, to me, sticks with me because it reminds me that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that there is a new life waiting for someone on the other end, and we just have to get them through this time period.